Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, as promised in the last video, we wanted to take a look at the long-term chart in this video. This is here the 4-day time frame, and on this chart you can see the overall cycle. Just want to focus on the price action from the November 22 low. Quick reminder that my perspective is that the move from the 2018 low represents one Elliott Wave cycle. From the 2018 low, we have a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, a wave 3 to the upside, a wave 4 to the downside, and we're now in the 5th wave. This works out quite well, given that it's visually a 5-wave move, and the 4th wave did not break below the 50% retracement of the 3rd wave. That's a condition for an impulsive move to the upside. You can see that here if I draw the fibs, you can see that the price reacted perfectly to the 50% retracement, which adds some weight to this scenario. In addition to that, in 4th waves, we often get overshooting B waves, which was the case in 2021. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're now in the 5th wave, which is, as you know, a bit of a messy cycle. Yeah, it is a different style of cycle as the one that we've had in 2021. A lot of people compare it, and yeah, you can compare it to a degree, but it's just different sentiment, right? Elliott waves tell us that we have to expect that in a 5th wave, market sentiment is different to a 3rd wave. Been highlighting that throughout the entire bull market because this is the long-term chart we've been sharing for quite some time. And in a 5th wave, sentiment is just a bit different compared to a 3rd wave. 3rd wave is all about parabolic movements. In a 5th wave, not so much. So therefore, it's no surprise that not all altcoins are showing the same behavior. In the 3rd wave, which was the rally into the 2021 high, that's different. Bitcoin is leading, and if Bitcoin is rallying in a 3rd wave, there's typically a lot of, hype, FOMO, and we haven't really seen that in this 5th wave. A lot of people think that's still coming. Well, I think to a degree it's gonna happen, because a 5th wave, especially a 5th wave of a 5th wave, when we get into new all-time high territory, also more clearly, that typically indicates euphoria, but that euphoria ends a bull market, okay? So please be aware of that. A lot of people will enter the market when we are, we are in our new all-time high territory, but when we're getting closer to 100K or so, I assume, and then people will start to move some money into altcoins, but that is ending the bull market in my view. So it is more important than ever to focus on quality. Please note that we've had different narratives in the crypto world, right? We've had NFTs, AI coins, DEXs, there are many more that gaming. And now the narrative has shifted to meme coins, but that's not sustainable. So I assume, or not I assume, but I think it is more important than ever to focus on quality, and at the moment, that's still Bitcoin. But I'm keeping a close eye on Bitcoin dominance, which has taken the first hit yesterday, which I've shared with our gold members yesterday. So let me know in the comments if you want me to cover maybe Bitcoin dominance a little later today in one of the next videos. Because I don't want to put that into this one, it will just be too long. But Bitcoin dominance could be an interesting one to watch now going forward. But yeah, next upside levels here, 90,680, that would be a bit weak for this 5th wave, which would represent a bull market top, right? I'd prefer 100K, maybe even 107, 131. We would need to see how the microstructure develops, which is what we're tracking every single day. But the first target technically for this 5th wave is at 90,680. So I don't necessarily assume the bull market to end there, but I assume there will be some resistance. And 100K anyway, there's a cluster of resistances around the 100K mark. But getting above those would unlock prices in the 130K region. It's too early to say where we're going to stop. It will depend on how the microstructure is developing in the next couple of weeks, and we'll keep a close eye on that. Yeah. But please note that I assume that this rally is going to end the bull market. Can always be wrong with that or about that, and I will not confirm a top until we break key support levels, but please note that this is at the moment a probable pathway here. And then the next correction is around the corner. That would be the bear market, but a bear market will not be without opportunities. So when the first major hit comes in, afterwards, a rally could happen, which would be a B wave, which could overshoot in a similar way as the rally did in 2021. Okay, so now let's take a look at the daily time frame. Before we do that, if you're interested in these charts, you can take your time, you can copy them, you can access our Tradingview live charts as silver and gold members. If you're interested in checking the membership out, you can do that on our website. The link is in the description. In the subscriptions area, there are 2 videos that explain the membership, so feel free to check it out. Especially for gold members, there are lots of additional coins. You get all the Tradingview live charts. Yesterday, for example, I covered a lot of different, or every day I cover additional coins that are not covered on YouTube. Like, for example, BLZ, Aave was covered, Rune, Tau, Say, so a lot of other coins. So feel free to check it out. Let's take a look at the daily chart first, briefly, only briefly, covered in the last video. I just want to share with you that we're now going to dive into the microstructures, and I will zoom in here, where we're probably close to the end of a 3rd wave in a diagonal pattern. Another 4th wave and a 5th wave is needed. This is currently the preferred scenario. That 3rd wave hasn't topped yet, or at least not clearly. So I expect a little higher before this 4th wave starts and then a 5th wave. The white scenario is the preferred interpretation. Blue allows for more direct upside extensions. But again, as long as support is holding, the focus is on higher. Can always extend higher more directly. The trend is clearly still up. And it typically makes sense to go with the trend as long as it's easy to do so. And as long as the relevant support levels are holding on the daily time frame, these are the most stable ones. The trend isn't broken. Yeah, and the thesis that a 4th wave bottomed on the 5th of August is still valid. And that's what you see here on the long-term chart, this larger degree 4th wave, right? And we could be in this 5th wave. That's what we're tracking on the daily chart and on the smaller time frame chart. So this is developing perfectly into the expected direction. The daily chart is used to figure out, okay, have we actually bottomed in the 4th wave? And the idea is yes at the moment. And then on the micro level, we get all the wave counts and wave counts for intraday traders, but also get the first signals when things are breaking, right? And here the idea is that we are, as I said, in the late stages of this 3rd wave in white. Not much change since yesterday. I mean, here the idea was on Monday that we are going to rally. This rally has extended quite a bit and even higher than initially assumed, but it's not yet reached that 78K level, which is the next larger degree fib level, right? So what happened was down here we were watching for a rally, and then when we rallied into resistance, that's all good, that's all good, that's all good. We were watching if the price is showing some weakness around 72 to 73K. Well, it's starting to show some weakness, but there hasn't really been a rejection yet. So it's actually extended a bit higher, and now we're consolidating, right? So that could still allow for another final push to that 78K level. I can tell you that we could get one more high, but it would require a break above 76,360. A break below upper micro support 74,200 would be an early indication a top is in place, but we could still watch for a wider ABC flat correction in wave 4, and it would require a break below 71,950 therefore to really begin the topping process confirmation, and that we've topped in a 3rd wave, or that the price makes the next attempt to really form a more substantial top, and that we're actually moving down in this 4th wave. But you know the routine. What we then need is a 5 wave move down, ideally for confirmation. Sometimes we only see 3 waves down. That always keeps the door open for higher. Then we need to take a look at the next rally, which would be a B wave. It can again overshoot. That's how we need to track this. But overall, this support area on the chart will be the next one to watch around 60,600, which is the one that you see on the daily chart as well. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.